Libras, hi, welcome to Universal Guidance Tarot. It is time for your weekly reading. I've shuffled these cards very well. This is a two-part reading. The overall energies of this reading will be the center card in the first part of the reading. So if you feel compelled, please like and subscribe. Otherwise, let's just get started. So for Libras, what can you expect coming up in your lives? I do personal readings. I do get a lot of good feedback from them. So if you're interested in a personal reading, they're only $, and they're 5 to 5 minute video readings. I ask what I need to know from you, and we take it from there. And I am, I'll tell you exactly what I see. Here we go, Libras. First part of your reading. In the same order they come out of the deck. Oh, you're moving forward with somebody. Oh, goodness. We had a few cards left over for the second part of the reading. So the overall energy of this reading, Libras, is the King of Cups. This is water, so that'd be Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. Might be strong in your chart or someone else's around this reading. The energy here is about having a huge cup of love and kind of like holding on to it till you know it's time to hand it out. Well, it looks to me like you're going to be able to hand out that cup of love. I think you've kind of been holding back a little bit if this is your reading, because this is a general reading that won't resonate with everybody. Or you could check your moon sign if it doesn't resonate, which is your emotional and private side. Or, like I said, get a private reading from somebody that you trust, even if it isn't me. So, I have the King of Cups. And all cards are male or female. This is surrounding your whole reading. And it feels like you've been holding on to this huge cup of love. And just been kind of waiting for the right moment to hand it out. I have the Chariot in your highest energy. The Chariot, this is the card for moving forward. Those Sphinxes, they can get up and book if you snap those reins. I mean, they really can. But this is all about moving forward. It's a card for Cancer, which is a water sign. Cancer might be strong in someone's chart around this reading. These are the two strongest energies in the entire reading right here. So it looks to me as if you are going to be moving forward, as if you are going to be handing out that cup of love to your best friend and soulmate here. There is somebody in your life. I got the Two of Cups, a soulmate card, right next to the Chariot, right above the King of Cups. And it looks like you're going to have a meeting of the hearts, a meeting of the souls here. Friends are like top priority in this relationship. Lovers are becoming much, much, much stronger in this relationship. So I think that's why you've been holding back that cup of love. I think you've had love for this person, and I think it's all coming out now. I think it's all like becoming real and tangible, and you're getting those feelings from the other party. Because I got the Ten of Cups right next to the Two of Cups. I mean, the Ten of Pentacles right next to the Two of Cups. The Ten of Pentacles, this is commitment. I feel like you're going to become committed to somebody here. A best friend, a soulmate, a lover. Union between two people. There's extended family, pets. There's a child tucked in the corner. This is a very solid, secure, and stable, committed type relationship. And I think this is what you come together on. Like, let's do it. Let's move forward. I have the Five of Wands under the Chariot next to the King of Cups. I do think you've grappled with the whole idea of, should I move forward with my best friend? If I move forward with my best friend, what if it doesn't work out? Am I going to leave my best friend? And I think that was a huge concern for both of you. This is anxiety, stress, and confusion over the whole situation. But you're going to be moving forward from it, and it has to do with the love. And there's 10 cups here of love on the other side of the King of Cups and under the 10 of Pentacles. 10, you can't get more. This is an equal exchange of love. This is really coming to see eye to eye on how to move forward. It's very, very, there's sunshine, there's rainbows, there's children dancing in the background. There's so much joy associated with this card that is filled with love, commitment, coming together, seeing eye to eye, having a plan, knowing that you can hand your cup of love out now. I have the Six of Swords under the Five of Pentacles. It took a while. I think you stressed over this for a while before moving forward. It's been a slow, this relationship progressed kind of slowly. It's just gathering up those swords of truth and clarity, like figuring out, do they really want the same things I want? Do they feel the same way I do? And like getting all this truth and clarity. And this is helping you to move away from these rocky waters of the Five of Wands towards this much more calmer, peaceful place in your life. So it's like you hung in there, stayed friends, got to know each other even more deeply. And then the love, it just builds until the two of you really actually come together. I have the Seven of Swords next to the Six of Swords and right under the King of Cups. So the Seven of Swords here, this is about, it's like deceitful behavior. So I feel like, maybe you've known this person before. Maybe this person has been, you know how they are, okay? I think you've known them for quite some time, and you've seen them in action with other, maybe lovers, other, people that they have been in contact with, maybe even you. And I think that they were just kind of deceitful and a little bit hiding their feelings, hiding what they're really up to, what they're really doing, just not being upfront about who they really are. I think that kind of changed here, is what it feels like. It feels like you really getting to know each other. And there's no more hiding oneself. Now, it could have been you that was hiding parts of your, whether it was your background or, it's really hard to say which one of you it is, but one of you. It might have been you because you're holding back that cup of love and probably in fear that if you let your full self show, they not, want to offer their love to you. But it could go the other way around. I have the Four of Cups here next to the Seven of Swords and right under the Ten of Cups. So this is what you've been afraid of. This is why you haven't been handing out your cup of love, because you're afraid it'd be rejected. And I really think that this might have been your energy. It's really hard for me to pinpoint. But either way, there were, if it was you or them, afraid that the other person or you would not accept their offer, their love offer, because there's a lot of cups out there. And I think it's hiding feelings. It more feels like maybe you, this is really how I'm starting to feel about this, is that you were hiding your feelings from them. But then you come to find out down the road, they have feelings for you too. And once that is brought out into the open, things start to move forward. And let's see what the second part of this reading has to say about this. Oh yeah, being enlightened. Oh boy, does that help. Take out the second part. The rest of the second part of this reading for Libras, please. And any advice is always welcome. Okay, we got them. Went down first. Okay. So I have the Hangman next to the Ten of Pentacles. Card of enlightenment. So yeah, you were just hanging on to that cup of love and you weren't making any moves, all right, for a long time. Until you started to become enlightened, like, wait a minute, I think they really do have love for me, So let's explore that. And I think you do, and I think it turns out that, wow, they do. So you're enlightened. I have the Eight of Pentacles next to the Hangman. Working, building on your own future. Look, I'm wanting to build on a relationship here. After you're enlightened, you're really like, well, let's focus on this. Let's do something with this, And I really think that's what you want to do and what you will do, because I have the Death card next to the Eight of Pentacles. This is the card for Scorpio, so Scorpio might be strong in your chart or theirs or around this reading. But this is all about leaving the old behind. So this just, hanging on to that cup of love, not being able to hand it out, just being friends and nothing more. Leaving that behind, moving forward in this relationship. It's a card of transformation. This whole relationship is it's transforming into something much bigger. Much, much bigger. I have the Ten of Swords under the Hangman and next to the Ten of Cups. The end of wondering when you should hand out that cup of love or whether you should hand out that cup of love. The end of the stress, the anxiety, the confusion. The end of not speaking your truth, about your feelings. So a lot of the struggles or mental struggles that you are going through because of all this happening are going to go away. There's no 11 of Swords. This is the card I call the end. The end of the pain, the end of the suffering. It's next to the High Priestess, which is right under the Eight of Pentacles. The High Priestess says, pull back that pomegranate curtain and pay attention to what your intuitions are telling you. And, that's probably, it first started with your intuitions probably. And, God, I got this feeling they might like me too, It's sometimes it's hard for two people to get together. But trust and believe in your own feelings, your own gut feelings here. Yeah, they do want to work on it. And I have the Five of Pentacles next to the High Priestess and under the Death card. So you're feeling lonely, you're feeling like, sort of like an outcast, like, holding all this inside, it does put you in a spot of feeling lonely. And you might have even felt disregarded because there was no relationship actually going on for a while here. But you are soulmates, and I do think that you do come together and you end up seeing eye to eye. So moving forward from that, leaving this place of loneliness and this feeling of rejection or whatever that you've been going through behind, and moving forward. I have the Two of Swords under the Ten of Swords and next to the Four of Cups. So the Two of Swords, this was blocking, not dealing with it. This is like, I don't want to hand out love. If I hand out love, they could reject it. This is one of your fears, see. You didn't want it rejected, and you didn't want to lose a friend. So in guarding your heart, you kept yourself on guard, swords up, hiding your feelings, like with that Seven of Swords, blindfolded, and trying to ignore your feelings, and just hoping things just turn out okay down the road. So you thought about it, you dreamt about handing out that cup of love, but you were very shy in doing so, and you really had to seek some help. You had to follow your intuition, you had to meditate, prayer, or do some soul searching about this whole situation. These are allowing these swords of truth and clarity to come to you in your quiet times, very spiritual, and this is what's helped you get to the point of actually coming together with this soulmate. Here's the Six of Pentacles right next to the Four of Swords and under the Five of Pentacles. I think you were feeling like breadcrumb by this soulmate, but I don't think this soulmate had any idea that you had strong, loving feelings for them. And I feel like once that comes out in the open, all this, because you got the Ten of Swords, goes away. It threw your scales off balance. It felt like, you had all this love. You didn't even really want to show it. You wanted to hold it close. But, they were just living their life like you're just a friend and nothing more. And in this reading, it looks like things are changing. It's becoming more. Definitely becoming more. I'm going to take out an angel card. Let's see where this goes for you. Let's see. It may not have to do with this reading. It might be something I wasn't able to cover. Just take what you will from it. Or Libras. Weekly reading. Glasses. What the card you have here, Libras? Here. It's the card of 10 of Emotion I'm going to read it to you. Life is blessing you with a wonderful and loving family. Great happiness and emotional fulfillment are now on the horizon. Harmony with those you love is assured. By offering forgiveness, understanding, and kindness to others, you're rewarded with unconditional love. Oh, wow, what a beautiful card. Oh my gosh. Libras, this is your reading. Thank you for watching Universal Guidance.